Hello everyone, welcome back to Storytime with
Bon
and B. Today we are reading
The Adventures of Captain Underpants, full color.
the first epic novel by Dave Pilkey. Let's get started. The Adventures of Captain Underpants, full color. Tra-la-la!
The first epic novel by Dave Pilkey was colored by Joe Grabudid, Scholastic Ink. Chapter 1. George and Harold. Meet George Beard and Harold Hutchins. George is the kid on the left with the tie and the flat top. Harold's the one on the right with the t-shirt and the bad haircut. Remember that now. Gerald and Harold were best friends. They had a lot in common. They lived right next door to each other, and they were both in the same 4th grade class at Jeremy Harrodson Elementary School. Gerald and Harold were usually responsible kids. Whenever anything bad happened, George and Harold were usually responsible. But don't get the wrong idea about these two. George and Harold were actually very nice boys. No matter what everybody else thought, they were good, sweet, and lovable. Well, okay, maybe they weren't sweet and lovable, but they were good, nonetheless. It's just that George and Harold had a silly streak, a mile long. Usually that silly streak was hard to control. Sometimes it got them into trouble, and once it got them into big trouble. But before I can tell you that story, I have to tell you this story.
Chapter 2, Treehouse Comics, Inc. After a hard day of cracking jokes, pulling pranks, and causing mayhem at school, George and Harold liked to rush to the old treehouse in George's backyard. Inside the treehouse were 2 big, old fluffy chairs, a table, a cupboard crammed with junk food, and a padlocked crate filled with pencils, pens, and stacks of paper. Now, Harold loved to draw and George loved to make up stories, and together the 2 boys spent hours and hours writing and drawing their very own comic books. Over the years, they have created hundreds of their own comics, starring dozens of their own superheroes. First there was Dogman, then came Timmy the Talking Toilet, and who could forget the Amazing Cow Lady? But the all-time greatest superhero they ever made up had to be the amazing Captain Underpants. George came up with the idea most superheroes look like they're flying around in underwear. He said, well, this guy actually is flying around in his underwear. The 2 boys laughed and laughed. Yeah, said Harold. He could fight with Reggie Power. George and Harold spent entire afternoons writing and drawing the comic adventures of Captain Underpants. He was their coolest superhero ever. Luckily for the boys, the secretary at Jorm Horwitz Elementary School was much too busy to keep an eye on the copy machine. So whenever they got a chance, George and Harold would sneak into the office and run off several hundred copies of their latest Captain Underpants adventure. After school, they sold their homemade comics on the playground for 50 cents each. God dang, they making bank. Chapter 3. The Adventures of Captain Underpants. The Really Cool Adventures of Captain Underpants. Written by George Beard. Drawn by Harold Hutchins. It was a time of darkness and despair for planet Earth. Bad guys had taken over the streets, and all the superheroes in the world were too old to fight evil. Hey! Then came along a new improved extra-strength superhero. Tra-la-la! Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's an egg salad sandwich. No way. I'm Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants was faster than speeding waistband, more powerful than boxer shorts, and able to leap tall buildings without getting a wedgie. Tra-la-la! Night and day, Captain Underpants watched over the city, fighting for truth, justice, and all that is pre-shrunk and coronary. Meanwhile, at a nearby elementary school, turn the page. It was Stinky Taco Surprise Day at the cafeteria. Yuck! Everybody hated it so much they all threw it away. Soon the cafeteria food came to life. I am the Incredible Hank. The monster ran around the school, eating everything in sight. Munch. Oh, the Incredible Hunk just ate the 5 folding chairs and the gym teacher.
Oh no, not folding chairs. This looks like a job for
Tra-la-la, Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants shot lots of underwear at the monster, but didn't do any good. So Captain Underpants took off running. The Incredible Hunk chased him. Help! And chased him, and chased him. Finally, the Incredible Hunk got too tired and thirsty to chase Captain Underpants. How about a nice drink of water? So the monster took a long drink from a shiny white bowl. When suddenly, flush!
Hooray for Captain Underpants!
And so the Incredible Hunk got flushed away and was never heard from again. Tra-la-la! Don't miss our next exciting adventure, Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilet. Coming soon to a playground near you. Treehouse Comic Inks.